Strategic testing. 1, 2 to the motherfucking 3. What's good, fire starters? Are we loud and clear this afternoon? What's good with y'all? We here with another strategic one. And not only are we here with another strategic one, y'all, all right, we here with the whole strategic truth at that, because it has been a lot being played in our faces like we deaf, dumb, and blind out here, y'all. And I told everybody before this situation even happened, all right, what was going to happen, what was going down, how it was going down, and what was going to be taking place. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I do. We're all the fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers at, man, because this one right here, y'all, is beyond crazy. This situation right here is beyond evil, beyond demonic. Not only is it beyond evil and beyond demonic, y'all, all right, the way that man literally came up on the internet crying like a little bitch, boo-hooing, spiritually, mentally, and physically folding the fuck up in front of everybody, wanting everybody to feel sorry for him, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Like I said, y'all, he was being spiritually attacked, all right, so bad that he couldn't even keep together his emotions. He was being spiritually attacked so bad, y'all. All right, peep the game. He even went and got baptized. Y'all gotta open your eyes up for a minute here. All right. The man that's the gangster, the drill of the drillers, with all the tattoos on his face, right? The hardest motherfucker on in the universe. Shout out everybody up in here, right? He goes and get baptized, claiming, all right, he's ready to change his life, claiming, all right, he's ready to start something new, claiming he's ready to give his life and surrender to the Most High and leave all the old behind and start this new transition. And what I tell y'all, all right, the man literally goes and gets baptized. And I told everybody it wasn't for nothing but likes, clicks, and fucking views, okay? Because if you actually are going through something spiritually, that's something you're supposed to do privately. That's something you're supposed to do personally. That's something you and your creator supposed to be building a personal, private, all right, sacred, genuine, honest relationship when you are repenting and surrendering to the Most High. Can't nobody tell me nothing about this, man. All right, this is what I do for real. And like I said, after he went and got baptized and Instagram didn't showed everybody, okay, in front of the world, all right, he literally takes his ass right back over there, all right, to the demon himself. Peep the game, y'all. Because we going to break all this shit down. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Because I got all the fucking receipts to prove everything that I'm saying. All right. It's one thing that you don't do. All right. And that is mock the Most High. That's one thing you don't do. Is mock baptism. All right. That's one thing you don't do. As it is written in a biblical form. Not only is it written in a biblical form, y'all, all right, like I said, I could expect this from this demon, because King Yella is a fucking demon himself. He's a liar. He's a manipulator, all right? He's a piece of shit in real life, all right? And that's why he failed his son, and his son is out there doing the shit that he's fucking doing. And not only is that the reason why his son is out there doing the shit that he's doing, y'all. Okay, like I said, motherfucker would do anything to manipulate a motherfucker. Ain't that's what the devil do? Ain't that's what the devil do? Manipulate, deceive with deception, as he tells everybody, I got a new job. I got a new job. Bitch, you ain't got no job. Stop lying, bitch. Posting these old ass pictures. And we got the receipts. All right, you ain't got no fucking job, you fucking liar. Because everybody can see that this picture is fucking old. You fucking like 50, 60, 75, maybe 100 pounds smaller. Okay? And not only that, right before you posted this bullshit, you was talking about how you wasn't gonna get no job, how you wasn't gonna work, how your name is King Yella and you got a face, you got a name, this, that, and the third. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, I need y'all to stomp, step, and stand all on that like button so we can reach you. We need to reach and get this informative information out to who it needs to reach. All right, because everything ain't what the fuck it seemed, yo. All right, and I've been trying to tell y'all this. I knew what was going to go down before it went down. All right, shout out the whole nation. I knew what was going down when it was going down. All right. So before we even get started, man, shout out YouTube. Fair use is in effect. Copyright disclaimer. All right, everything you hear in this live is alleged for educational, entertainment. All right, resource and research purposes only. All right, everything you hear in this live is alleged, but y'all know what it is and y'all know what it ain't. We fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. We stomp, step, and stand and walk through the fire. All right, and we damn sure ain't deaf, dumb, and blind. All right, we know when we being lied to. We know when we being manipulated. We know when we being deceived. And not only do we know when we being lied to, know when we're being manipulated, and know when we're being deceived, we know when the demon is doing it. We know when the demon is conjuring the energy to do it. Because that's what
I'm not buying nothing full price. Well, I'm buying full price. I'm using every day.
Excuse me. Exactly. That's what you call.
I'm not buying nothing full price. Well, I'm buying.
Excuse me. That's what you call spiritual awareness. All right. That's exactly what you call spiritual awareness. And we are very aware of what the fuck is going on here. All right. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. Appreciate you, Kyra, for moderating and flaming this show, man. What's good with everybody? I see y'all coming up in here, man. Strategic one. All right, and I felt as though I should cover this situation the way it need to be covered because ain't nobody paying attention to what's actually going on. And don't nobody do it like we do it over here. We the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And like I said, man, we will prove today, y'all, that this motherfucker is a liar and he is a piece of shit. We will prove today, y'all, all right, that bond money. That's right. That bond money. When he went, all right, and got his son out, okay, from the bail bondsman place. All right, that. All right. All that money and everything that's going on. All right, because we know your ass ain't get it up. We know your ass ain't have it. You just was crying about how broke you was and how fucked up you was, right? As soon as you go over there to 607 pay attention, y'all. Strategic drop. Soon as he carried his goofy ass right back over to the 607 after he told everybody he wasn't going back over there, after he told everybody, okay, that's the reason why he fucked up and he broke and he all strung out on drugs and shit ain't going right for him. Okay, he goes right back over there with this motherfucker. All right, and what do you know? Like I said, everybody has to pay attention to this shit. Okay, because right when he went right back over there, y'all, guess where he shows up at? As I strategically fucked this up. All right? At the Bell Bondsman place, right? Right? Hold on. At the Bell Bondsman place, right, y'all? Shout out everybody coming up in here. All right? $200,000 motherfucking bond. All right? You got to pay 10% plus taxes. Hit the like button. We know how to add around this bitch. Let's go. All right, we about to sweep the motherfucking floor with these motherfuckers today. All right, strategic. All right, we gonna let everybody know what it really is. All right, is we loud and clear, y'all? Can everybody hear us loud and clear? Okay. All right, shout out the whole nation. Now let's just take this back. All right, to the beginning. All right, because we all know he was crying, boo-hooing. Oh, I done failed my son. I done failed my son. Fuck. I done failed my son this, and I done failed my son that. And not only did he come up here, all right, crashing out on the internet, want people to feel sorry for him and this and that. Let's take it from the top, y'all. Hit the like button, drop your fire and TVs in the chat, because we're about to mold all this shit together. Let's go.
You understand, you got the money to do what you do, but my son will not be joining no cult. You already kind of got me in a cult, you know what I'm saying? You see what you just said, you automatically, I'll pay for the bond just so you can slave me. I'm not.
Hit the like button. Strategic drop already. We ain't even start yet. Get the likes up, y'all. I need us to kick this one through the motherfucker door today. Shout out everybody up in here. Because we heard the man even say out his own mouth that 607 Unc was been offering to pay the bond, been offering to get his son out. All right, but it was under what? Certain conditions only. You hear this, right? What'd he say? Shout out everybody that's coming up in here. What'd he say? My son will not be joining no cult. Hit the like button. Hold up. He said, my son, all right, will not be joining no cult. Ain't that what he just said out of his mouth? And not only did he say that, he said, I'm not going to be joining no cult. All right? Pay attention now. All right? Hit the like button. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate all my fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, man. All right? Because we got one for the record books. And I can promise y'all, all right? The shit that I'm going to drop, the shit that I'm going to put together, y'all ain't going to get nowhere on no other platform. All right, I can promise y'all this. While everybody talking about what's going on upstairs, downstairs, next door, down the street, and around the motherfucking corner, all right, instead of talking about what's actually lingering right in front of their faces, all right, we got the drop on it all. All right? Shout out everybody up in here. All right, as somebody say, 607 Unc is known and proud that he sacrificed his son. You see, some people are hip. Shout out to you. Some people are already hip what's going on, y'all. You see, everybody ain't deaf, dumb, and blind, especially spiritually. You see what I'm saying? But they know a lot of these people that follow the 607 Unc content and culture, King Yella content and culture. A lot of those, okay, YNs are deaf, dumb, and blind. Not only are they deaf, dumb, and blind, they deaf, dumb, and blind spiritually. You see what I'm saying, y'all? All right, so let's continue. Hit the like button, because we're going to prove today that King Yella sold his motherfucking soul. All right? And his son's soul. That part. Okay? To get this bond money up. All right? And he up here acting like he got a job, y'all. All right? He ain't got no job. He lying. This shit is old. These are old pictures and old videos that he is uploading, claiming that he got a motherfucking job, and we gonna prove it. As we can see, the man is literally like 75 to 100 pounds lighter than he is now. Okay? Who the fuck you think you talking to, bro? You think we all deaf, dumb, and blind. You think we all stupid. But we know what you really did, all right, to get this money up for this bail money, nigga. All right? Stop the shit. And we got all the receipts. And not only do we got all the receipts, you fucking junkie, all right, because I'm hearing from reliable resources that you did that Say Cheese interview. You allow Say Cheese to humiliate you, and you allow the devil to humiliate your personal fucking business and your personal life in front of the world for a cold ass $200, y'all. The fucking Say Cheese interview, he only got paid a cold ass $200. All right? And this is where I am here from reliable resources. Okay? Now let's continue. Get the likes up, y'all. Let's start this from the beginning.
But my son will not be joining no coat. You already kind of got me in a coat. You know what I'm saying? You see what you just said? You automatically, I'll pay for the bond just so you can slave me. I'm not finna be slaved, man. I'll figure it out on my own before I have to be around here getting work like a slave, run around my head, cut off, and have to owe somebody. Meaning I'm being a little boy or I'm being somebody's bitch. And that's not what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying? We already got situations where you like to control. You like to control and feel empowered. You already want to be empowered over me. Then be empowered over my son is crazy, man. I'll get my son a lawyer on my own, man. God.
Hear that? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. All right? Let's continue. He just said you like to feel empowered. You want me to sign that contract so you can slay me. All right? You want me to go around here working like a chicken with my motherfucking head cut off. You want me to sell me and my son out for you to bail my son out, right? I'll figure it out on my own, right? I can't tell. Because if you was going to figure it out on your own, you fucking lying ass bitch, why the fuck you over there with him then? Allowing him to what? Have power over you, right? Allowing him to what? Have a what? A veil over your fucking head like a goofy, right? Because like I said, y'all, when we make real life matters, make real life fucking sense all the time. The man had just came up here and said, I ain't fucking with and you could keep that offer, all right? Because I get the money up a whole nother way. My son ain't going to join no coat. You already got me in a coat. And you know why he said you already kind of got me in a coat right now? Because King Yella allegedly owes 607 money right now. He allegedly owed 607 money right now, y'all. All right? So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous hamster wheel. It's a continuous deception. All right? Continuously. Deception.
God gonna bless me. I'm gonna figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the offer, but I don't like the offer. I don't like the way you said it, man. I got 2 months. I can't make the money off our page. We got to make it off my page. So basically, get slaved, Yella. Be broke, Yella. Do everything for 607 up. See, this is what my mama said, what she said already. You need to stop saying stuff on the internet because this cult and this demonic mind state that you have, it's not cool. But everybody laughing, everybody joking, everybody.
This cult and this demonic mind state you have is not cool. So if it is not cool, why the fuck you back over there with him? Why you allow him to do that weird ass stunt in that goofy ass skit? Like y'all was fighting and you was attacking him and all this weird ass shit, right? Right? Remember that.
I'm using it every day. I'm gonna always find the cheapest way I can find it. Right? That's how you get rich and stay rich.
So you a cheap ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's why I'm broke now. That's exactly why I'm broke now.
No.
That's why I'm broke now.
You're not broke. You broke in. It's different. It's different. You broken, right?
I'm rich in spirit.
No, your heart is broken, right? Right. But now, looking into everything that I'm seeing now that I believe the spiritual community is under attack. All right, because like you got this out here. This could be AI. You never know what the fuck. Why you looking like that? I'm for real. Because what? They're under attack. You got baptized. That's why you doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because why is it happening? Why? What? They're under attack. You got baptized. That's why you doing it, because you're a Christian now. I'm
not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because why? What? They're under attack. You got baptized. That's why you doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because why is it happening? Why?
Hit the like button, y'all. Strategic drop. Okay? 607 said, why you looking at me like that? All right. Oh, I forgot. I know why you looking at me like that. It's because you got baptized, right? And what did King Yella say, y'all? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. What did King Yella say? Appreciate everybody that's coming up in here, man. I do. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know we got the strategic receipts, right? Check this out now. Crazy work. All right. Only demons do shit like this. Okay? Only people with pure evil, all right, do the shit that we are witnessing. All right? King Yella do. All right? Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. Hold on. Hold on. All right? Check this out, y'all. It ain't even been a good 2 weeks yet. Okay? Change is everything. As we see him, all right, getting baptized in the name, right? Getting baptized in the spirit, right? Hit the like button, y'all. Nah. He can't get no passes on this. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it. All right? This show ain't for you. You actually don't know what surrendering means. All right? This ain't nothing to be played with. And not only is it not nothing to be played with, all right? You see? And I don't mean no harm what I'm about to say. I don't mean no harm at all. All right, see, this is why people right now, today, don't take getting baptized seriously. This is why right now, today, a lot of people take baptized and being baptized as a fucking joke. You see what I'm saying? All right, because of goofy motherfuckers like this, and not only goofy motherfuckers like this, all right, certain ministries, churches, and congregations, all right, that just want to baptize people to get it under their belt. Just want to baptize people to get the numbers of baptisms under their belt. So they allow anybody to get baptized knowing damn well, all right, they ain't nowhere close to the Most High and ain't got no plans on being no close to the Most High or surrendering to the Most High. All right. And I have a problem with this because it says in the scriptures, all right, that a lot of people that is going to be preaching and so-called pastors and people that's baptizing people. Okay, the Most High haven't called y'all to baptize people, bro. All right, the Most High, it's a lot of people, y'all. All right, that the Most High and his son have not called to take that place of authority and baptize people. Okay? And it says in the scriptures that a lot of what? False teachers, false idols, false prophets, etc., will come in his name. And they haven't been sent by him, right? Right? Let me say it again. He warns us, and the scriptures warns us that many people will claim to come in his name. But none of them have been called. None of them have been chosen by the Spirit. All right? False idols, false gods, false prophets. All right? And these are the type of situations where people is getting, all right, religious and spirituality all fucked up and twisted and fucked up. All right, and I'm going to leave it just like that. All right, because it is a big difference. And not only is it a big difference, okay, we seeing it in real time. Okay, because the man just said, okay, that he's not a Christian, right? Well, what type of congregation is this, y'all? Look it up. Look up this congregation in Las Vegas, and y'all tell me what type of congregation is it, what type of ministry it is. And not only do y'all tell me what type of ministry and congregation it is, all right, the man went there and got baptized. He went there and got baptized and then denies it and say, I'm not Christian. Y'all hear this, right? And this is the reason why people right now today don't take religious as seriously, or all right, being baptized seriously, or surrendering your life to the Most High seriously, because of shit like this. Listen to what the man literally say, y'all.
I could be the Muslim. I could put my ass up 5 times. Attack you get to get baptized. That's why you're doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because what They're under attack. You doing it because you got baptized. That's why you doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because why is it happening? Why? That's why.
Y'all heard him, right? So he gets baptized, then denies it, and basically mocks it, and tell everybody that I ain't Christian, and basically told everybody that, okay, I'm mocking this shit, and I ain't really accept that oath. All right, and that shit that y'all thought that y'all seen, all right, was all a play. That shit that y'all thought that I was doing, living a new life, as it say, changes everything, right? That's what he wrote on the post. Changes everything. As we see, he ain't changed a motherfucking thing about nothing. Because right after, he done told everybody with the 607 on and the coat was all about. He carries his ass right back over there, and he does what, y'all? All right? He sells his soul to get his son out. And continues to fall victim to the demon. All right?
Slave run around my head, cut off, have to hold somebody. Meaning I'm being a little boy or I'm being somebody's bitch. And that's not what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying? We already got situations where you like to control. You like to control and feel empowered. You already want to be empowered over me, then be empowered over my son. Is crazy, man. I'll give my son a lawyer on my own, man. God gonna bless me. I'm gonna figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the offer, but I don't like the offer. I don't like the way you said, man. I got 2 months. I can't make the money off our page. We got to make it off my page. So basically, get slaved, Yella. Be broke, Yella. Do everything for 607 up. See, this is what my mama said, what she said already. You need to stop saying stuff on the internet because this code and this demonic mind state that you have, it's not cool. But everybody laughing, everybody joking, everybody feeling how they feel about me, right? But change go come. I've been down before, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm broke. I'm rich in spirit, you know what I'm saying? And like I say all the time, I'm broke is not the average person broke, you know what I'm saying? Both. And you won't be able to, you can bash me, you can laugh, you can do everything. The internet, y'all can hee-hee-ha-ha all y'all want, gang. I'm gonna overcome all these obstacles because the devil will not overcome me. The devil can't stop me. You can't stop what the man above got for me, man. No weapon formed against me should prosper. In no way, shape, form, nothing, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. My son, he gonna have to sit down and understand whatever happened. I come up on the money for the lawyer, the money for the bond or whatever, but I will not accept no money that's gonna have me out here being enslaved. Then you said you want to take my.
Y'all hear that, right? My son just going to have to accept the fact that I'm not going to be out here getting slaved. I'm not going to be nobody's slave. I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not going to put me in the coat, you in the coat. We're not going to let this demon, all right, have power over us like that. It's already bad enough. I got enough shit going on. The last thing I need is somebody over my head, over my back, over my shoulder, always hawking me, right? But no, that's not what went down, y'all. All right? Yella takes his ass right back over there. And not only do he take his ass back over there, y'all have to pay attention. The day after, he showed up on 607 platform, and they did this skit right here.
You know what's
You
going
was a
on.
cow- Hey,
you
stop.
know what your son do, bro.
Stop
Came
playing
and
with
sold
my-
to me too many times, nigga.
My son
You acting
ain't-
like I don't know this.
Hey,
you
my
acting
son
like
ain't never
you
stole
on
from
you
me.
on lying
My
and
son
playing.
ain't never stole
You
from
lying,
me.
nigga. He stole from me plenty of times. He took my weed
My
plenty of
son
times.
took that shit.
He
You
took my
sweet.
weed times. How?
He took-
How?
You took it, took it in
tell
your
me,
face.
You tell me he never took my weed. You
He
tell me,
took it.
You tell me
Take
he
it
did
and
behind-
steal it, two different things.
Come on, gang. I didn't know he took it. Nigga, he took
Yeah,
it.
he did.
How the fuck
You told him where it was at.
I told him. Come
And
on.
he took it.
I told him to go roll my weed. He took the fucking weed, and I told you about it. You didn't do shit about it. You didn't say shit about it. You didn't
Why
do shit
you ain't
about
stand up? Ain't you a man?
it. Fight your son?
Yeah,
What?
y'all the same size.
What they got to do with
My
anything?
son actually bigger than
What
you.
are you talking about, bro? What you talking about
Hey,
don't make
listen.
sense. I'm saying you need
My
to get up for your
son's an
son.
honor roll student.
No, the
man.
fuck he not.
Yes, he
you
is.
lying. You cap.
You lie.
You cap.
Just
You
stop
cap.
talking about my son,
You cap.
bro.
I don't give a
Stop talking about my son,
What
bro.
you did for your son? What you did for him? Talk about him. Do something for him. Fuck you mean? Go get him out of jail.
Talk about it. Go get him out of jail. As you see, the shit that he had to do in order to receive that money, and God knows what else he had to do or what else, all right, he has to partake in. Because like I said, everybody know that this whole shit was skit. This shit was fake. It was fraudulent. But now we know what it was all about, okay, and what it all was for. All right, and the actual whole thing about this whole situation was for, all right, this $200,000 bond, which was calling for 10% plus taxes, we ultimately rounded up to $30,000. And he got this the very next day after he showed up on 607 platform. Okay? Pay attention, y'all, to everything that's going on. Okay? Hit the like button. Let's go.
30,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that boy.
he's gonna owe some people.
Yeah.
He's going to owe some people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
He gonna owe me his life.
He's going to owe me his life, right?
Thank you, Becky.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Becky. Have a blessed one.
You too. Instead of 200,000 is 30,000 plus the fees, the court charges are $70.
30,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that boy.
he's gonna owe some people.
Yeah. He gonna owe me his life. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, you hear that, right? All right, even the bail bonds woman know what the fuck going on. She said, your son is going to owe some people. Not only is your son going to owe some people, all right, your ass going to owe some people too, King Yella. And not only that, what I find so odd and weird about all this, okay? Like I said, man, everything ain't by coincidence, all right? 607 Unc is already a creepy ass dude, all right? Mentally, physically, and spiritually. We all know that he's spiritually dark. What's the chances of this man as I strategically start breaking this shit down? Because I had to lay foundation, right? This man going to the bail bondsman, y'all, paying the bond. And the bail bondsman telling King Yella, your son is going to owe a lot of people. Not only that, we know 607 Unc is very spiritually dark. What's the chances of the bail bondsman wearing all red, right? You see the clerk, the magistrate, whoever the fuck she is, the bail bondswoman wearing all red, and it's candles lit, y'all. Hit the like button. All right, candles lit. Y'all see that, right? A fucking soul tie contract that literally been signed right in front of our fucking eyes. And there's nobody paying attention to it. Okay? Because everybody is spiritually blinded. Like I said, what's the chances of him getting this money from 607 Unc, right? After he said that he wasn't going to join no cult, he wasn't going to put his son in no cult, he wasn't going to be slaved or nothing for the bond money. Then you show up on his show and do that weird ass skit and let him embarrass you and your son's situation. Next thing you know, you show up at the bail bondsman with the fucking money. And like I said, what's the chances of candles? It's fucking lit, waiting on them, like it's some type of spiritual contract ritual. All right, now let's take it all the way from the beginning.
Okay, like they said, your father's a deadbeat, but we're getting you out, baby. Y'all want to get y'all people out in Vegas, come to Bob's Bell's Bond. Holla at Becky.
Did you ask why you bother coming in?
Okay, like they said, your father's a deadbeat, but we're getting you out, baby. Y'all want to get y'all people out in Vegas, come to Bob's Bell's Bond. Holla at Becky.
Did you ask why you bother coming in?
Okay, like they said, your father's a deadbeat. You bonding your boy up? You bonding your boy up?
Yeah.
Where we at, Bob's Bill Bond. Hey, like we coming to get you. Becky gonna get you up out of here.
Okay, before we get started, sign here.
Before we get started, all right, sign that contract, all right, sell that soul, okay, because I try to tell y'all that's the reason why the man was flipping out in the first place. That's the reason why everything started to crumble and crash down on his ass, all right, mentally and spiritually in the first place, because he went over there fucking with that demon ass nigga. I told everybody that. Now, as I strategically break this shit down, okay, right before King Yella went and got this bail money and this bond money up, okay, he bragged about how he had a secret weapon. He bragged about, okay, wait till everybody see my secret weapon and when I'm gonna pull out the stash, okay? And we got it all right here, y'all.
What Pooh Shiesty daddy doing with his son? I ain't smoking weed with my son. I ain't shooting pistols with my son. I ain't gangbanging with my son. Whatever that he thought he was doing, or whatever was going on, it was behind my back. I only could do so much. It's the God honest truth. I only could do so much. But mark my words, I'm gonna be back on top. I'm gonna be back on top, and I promise y'all see my son walk out them gates. Y'all.
I'm gonna be back on top, and I promise y'all gonna see my son walk out them gates. Y'all hear this, right? Now continuing listening. Watch this. We got him.
I ain't gangbanging with my son. It's the God honest truth. I only could do so much. But mark my words, I'm gonna be back on top. I'm gonna be back on top, and I promise y'all see my son walk out them gates. Y'all gonna be looking crazy. Y'all gonna be looking real crazy. Ways. We overcoming all obstacles. Chemo, I just added you.
They gonna be looking crazy because they ain't the ones that helped them. You was.
You know that. Only if they know my little secret.
I know your little secret.
Only if they know my little secret.
I know your little secret.
Only if they know my little secret.
I know your little secret.
Only if they know my little secret. Hit the like button, y'all. Strategic drop. And what do you know? Okay? What his little secret was? Okay? going right back over there with 607 showing right back up, okay, on 607 platform, doing that weird ass skit, okay, and sold out to the demon. Right after, okay, he claimed he was changing his life and he got baptized and everything. Not only that, okay, 607 made sure that he denied the baptism and denied, okay, Jesus Christ on that platform too. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Made sure of that. Made sure of it.
I quit being a Muslim. I put my ass up 5 times a day.
You used to be Muslim.
Because why is it happening? Why? That's why I quit being a Muslim. They're under attack. You get to get baptized. That's why you're doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack, because why is it happening? Baptized. That's why you're doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack.
So that was a part of the contract, y'all. Strategic drop. He had to come up on the platform and deny Jesus, just like Peter did. He had to come up on the platform and deny the baptism. He had to come up on the platform and mock the Most High and the baptism. Okay? As he got took to the highest mountain, as I strategically break this shit down. All right? Spiritually at that. He got taken to the highest mountain by the devil himself. It was offered anything he wanted, as long as you come up here and deny Jesus, mock him and the baptism, mock him and, okay, you surrendering your life to Jesus. Not only are you going to mock it, you're also going to deny, okay, Christianity. The same Christianity that you just got baptized in the name in, bruh. The same Christianity that you vowed, okay, to God, to surrender your life to the Son that was sent to die for our sins, my nigga. Who the fuck you think you talking to, bruh? Already know what's going on here. And that was the only way you was going to be able, okay, to get your son out, yo. All right? How y'all think that man just gave him $30,000 for nothing? Huh? Y'all have to understand how these dark demon motherfuckers move, okay? When you got somebody that literally just got baptized, y'all, okay, in the name. You got somebody who just got baptized in the name, in front of the world, okay? And vow to surrender his life, vow to leave all the old things behind and allow a new transition to be reborn again, all right, from a whole new creation, right? Right. But instead, this goofy motherfucker comes up here and try to mock the Most High. Everybody in the chat right now, all right? If you surrendered your life to the Most High, if you are baptized in the name, all right, and you wholeheartedly believe in repentance and surrendering in the salvation, all right, of Jesus Christ, drop your prayers in the chat. Respectfully. Drop your prayers in the chat. Respectfully. Okay? And not only drop your prayers in the chat, all right? If y'all are wholeheartedly, all right, surrender your life to the Most High, all right, to the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, all right, we know you know, and everybody else know that has been baptized in the name and has, all right, repent in the name and surrender in the name, know that this man came up here mocking the Most High, mocking, all right, the baptism, mocking Jesus Christ. And not only that, y'all, look what platform he chose to do it on. All right? The devil platform himself, right? Right? Shout out everybody up in here. Okay? Hallelujah. In the name. In the name. You see, none of this surprises me though. Okay? Because like I said in the scriptures, it says, y'all, that many will come in my name that I haven't called to come in my name. Many will come in my name claiming, okay, to surrender their life to me and repent to me, when in reality, all right, they're just mocking me. In reality, it's a mockery. False idols, false gods, false prophets, false teachers, and false teachings. Okay? And this is exactly what we witnessed right here in our face with King Yella, all right, and the demon himself, 607. Why y'all think his name is 607? We don't want to hear about no area codes or none of that shit. As I strategically break this down, why do y'all think, all right, he goes by the name 607? All right? Because we all know, all right, 0 has no fucking value, right? Okay, so what do you have? You had the 6-7, which equals sacrifice, as I strategically break this down. All right, and not only does it equal sacrifice, we know that these dark demonic entities and the things that they worship and all this esoteric knowledge and blah blah this, blah blah that, and all this mythology shit. All right, they do a whole lot of shit by the numbers. Not only do they do a whole lot of shit by the numbers, okay, they are very dark and very manipulative. And that's exactly what we have been witnessing, all right, with 607 and King Yella, as he went up there and manipulated everybody, okay, claiming that he got baptized in the name of Jesus, claiming to be a born-again Christian, y'all, claiming to be reborn again through the Spirit, promising to put away all his old ways and all the old things and all the dark shit that led him up to the darkest days that he ever been through. And like I said, he continues to deceive and lie and hit people with deception, as I strategically break this down. Okay? Because he tells everybody he got a job to try to take the energy and the attention away from how he really sold his soul, and he sold his son's soul. So he tried to tell everybody, oh, he got a job, and make everybody think, okay, you got a job, so you must have got a loan or something like that. And, you know, you borrowed the money from somebody and you're going to pay them back with this job that you got. But in reality, it's cap, y'all. All right. These are old pictures. Not only is it old pictures, all right, we know King Yella, all right, is way bigger, fatter, sloppier, and out of shape than this right now. All right. This shit is over a year ago. And right before he posted this, this is what he told everybody. Hit the like button, strategic drop. Let's go.
What I look driving trucks, ain't nothing wrong with working a job. I'm just not working a job. I'm a known face. What I look like working a 9 to 5 game, ain't nothing wrong with working. It's just something wrong for me to be doing it. Something wrong with working a job. I'm just not working a job. I'm a known face. What I look like working a 9 to 5 game. King Yella, look at woo. That ain't me. I'm gonna figure it out in my lifestyle that I do and get it back. But
Exactly. Strategic drop. So he just told everybody he wasn't getting no 9 to 5. He just told everybody what I look like working a 9 to 5. I'm a known face. All right. I'm going to do how I do with the lifestyle I live and figure it out. Right. Strategic drop. As I tell y'all. All right. He posts some old ass pictures with him looking 100 pounds skinnier. All right. And you expect motherfuckers to actually fall for the shit that you found a job. Now, look, y'all, he got a lot of people. A lot of people fell for the shit. A lot of people think this is official when it's all cat. All right. The man ain't got no fucking job. The man ain't got shit. As a matter of fact, like I said, y'all, okay, if y'all follow King Yella, y'all will know, all right, in real life, all right, that he's capping. We all know how swolled up that man look. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. We all know how swolled up you is, nigga. You like 300-400 pounds right now, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Okay. And right here, you like what? 220? Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody dumb. But he know a lot of motherfuckers are. And like I said, man, this is him trying to take the attention off of how he really got that money up. How he really got his son out of jail. Okay? Shout out everybody up in here. That's right. He running game. He lying. He lying. All right? This is what demons and devils do. All right? He's a devil. He's a demon. I said it. Anytime, all right, you got an 18-year-old child, and guys know how many other kids, all right, but you continue to have kids and continue to etch a sketch your motherfucking face up day after day, minute after minute. You continue, all right, to etch a sketch your face up, all right, non-stop, and expect, all right, your son not to follow your footsteps. You're trying to blame everything that your son going through on Pooh Shiesty. You're trying to blame everything your son going through on Bloodhound Little Jeff. You pointing fingers at every motherfucking body except the motherfucker you should be pointing fingers at. And that's you, motherfucker. Talk about, I don't smoke no weed with my son. I don't tote guns with my son. Bitch, you ain't got to smoke weed or tote guns with your son, bitch. All right, you all on the internet doing a whole lot of goofy shit. You all on the internet with guns, toting guns. You all on the internet smoking weed, getting drunk. You all on the internet skied up, talking about how you gonna spin on ops, kill niggas this, kill niggas that, and you think your son ain't gonna follow in your footsteps. You ain't gotta actually be attached to him physically and doing it around him for him to follow your footsteps, you fucking dummy. All right? So, like I said, man, the man is very dumbed down and he is immature himself. Because the last thing you would have did was came up here and told everybody that you wasn't going to sell your soul, that you wasn't going to sell out the 607 Unk, and you go right back over there and do it. Make it make sense. And not only that, okay, you claim to go get baptized in the name of Jesus. All right, and then deny Jesus and the baptism, y'all. All right, on the devil's network himself. on the Devil's Network himself, y'all. Shout out everybody up in here. On the Devil's Network himself. Let me break this down to y'all. Okay? What the baptism is all about. Okay? Strategic drop. And I rarely do this. Okay? But when it comes to this situation here, it is definitely called for. Romans 6:4 says, "For we died and were buried with Christ by baptism. And just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glorious power of the Father, now we also may live new lives." Strategic drop. New International Version and Translation, so everybody can get a clear understanding. All right? Respectfully. Okay? This is what baptism is all about. All right? Shall I proceed, y'all? Because the Most High will not be mocked. Okay? Shall I proceed? I think I should. Hit the like button. Let's continue. As it says, Colossians, excuse me. "For you were buried with Christ when you were baptized." Strategic drop. One of the best to do this. Spiritually at that. All right? "And with him you were raised to new life because you trusted the mighty power of God who raised Christ from the dead," bruh. So what we doing here? What we doing here, bruh? And you literally go on the devil's platform and mock the baptism. Hold on, y'all. He mocks the baptism.
Because could be AI. You never know what the fuck. Why you looking like that? I'm for real. Because what? They're under attack. You got baptized. That's why you doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because what?
What'd he say? Make it make sense. Okay? You're not no Christian, but you just got baptized in a Christian setting. You're not no Christian, okay? But you just got baptized in a Christian setting in front of the world in Jesus' name at that. And like I said, okay, as we proceed, all right, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Son only, all right, you were dead because of your sins, and because your sinful nature was not yet cut away, then God made you alive with Christ, for he forgave all our sins. As I strategically break this down, y'all. Okay, so like I said, all right, the man was dead spiritually, mentally, physically, all right, and he was baptized in the name to be what, y'all? Reborn again, right? He was baptized in the name for what? To be made new again, right? He was baptized in the name to start this new spiritual transformation and transition in his life, right? Right. So why in the hell, all right, would you go on the devil's platform, all right, and mock the Most High and the baptism of the Most High and everything that it stands for, all right, by denying Jesus Christ? As I strategically break this down, one of the best to do this. So you mean to tell me, y'all, if you got baptized and I got baptized, all of us stand in a line and we all get baptized in the name of the Son, and we go up on the platform and deny the baptism, deny the Christianity, deny the Christian community. Is that a form of mockery or is it not? Where we make real life matters, make real life sense. Drop a 1 in the chat, y'all. Is it a form of mockery or not? Because if it's not, why you get baptized for if you was going to deny the baptism? What you get baptized for if you was going to denounce the Son, the Spirit, and the baptism? Why you go to a Christian ministry and get baptized if you was going to deny the Christian community? Make it make sense. Strategic drop. Make it make sense. Let me find out this what he had to do. Let me find out. Because it seems like that's what it was all about, y'all. It seems like the only way he was going to be able to get this money up if he mocked and denied, all right, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. All right, and that's exactly what he did. And not only did he do it, he went and got baptized in real time, put it on Instagram, okay, and act like he was about to change his life and change everything. Acting like he put away the old him and he was reborn into this new creature that the Most High, okay, instills us with this new spirit once we are baptized in the name. And like I said, man, and I'm gonna say it again, this is why a lot of people don't take this seriously. This is why a lot of people, okay, play and mock these churches, these ministries and congregations right now today, because they allow anybody to get baptized. Not only would they allow anybody to get baptized, like I said, the people that's baptizing people, and I'm going to say it, I don't care who don't like it, because it's in the scriptures, and I read every day faithfully. It's in the scriptures. It's written in stone that many will come in my name, baptizing people that I didn't call to baptize nobody. Many people will come in my name, claiming, okay, to worship me, claiming that they have been sent to teach, preach, all right, and minister, all right, and the whole time they've been sent by the devil himself. All right. So listen here. Can't nobody tell me shit when it comes to serving the Most High, the Father, Son, and the Spirit. All right. Respectfully. And like I said, this is the problem with a lot of these congregations. This is the problem with a lot of these ministries. This is the problem with a lot of these churches. All right. There's no way in the world that they should be allowing anybody just to step up and just get baptized in the name. Okay? Knowing damn well you ain't gonna get no closer to the Most High. You ain't got no plans on getting close to the Most High. You ain't got no plans on surrendering your life or making worldly sacrifices. Okay? To be on that spiritual realm with the Spirit. They know they ain't. And like I said, you got a lot of these people out here that run these congregations, these false prophets, false preachers, false ministers, false pastors, false teachers, okay, that just baptize anybody just to have it under their belt, just to have a stat like they're an athlete, to show how many people they done baptized, how many baptisms they done did. You see what I'm saying? It's all for what? A resume. It's all to look good. When in reality, okay, the Most High ain't call y'all to baptize no motherfucking body. All right, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm always going to stand on that shit. All right? Because the spirit of discernment discerns me. And I know what's going on, and I know what the fuck it is. Because if everybody in all these churches, all these congregations, all these ministries claiming that they coming in the name and coming in the name of the Son, the Father, and the Spirit, while we all ain't worshiping together. Why it's a congregation in a ministry on this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, church over there. But we all under the same umbrella though, right? Worshiping the same spirit, right? So while we ain't all under the same umbrella, worshiping the same spirit physically, mentally, and spiritually, why everybody is set apart, right? Because y'all got your own motherfucking what? Agendas. That's why y'all got your own what? Different intentions to manipulate, disrupt, okay, the spirit of the Most High and what's actually really going on. Because like I said, y'all, if we all worship the Most High, we all surrendered our life to the Most High, why we all ain't worshiping in the same place together? Why it's a different name for this, a different name for that, a different name for this, a different name for that, a different name for this, and a different name for that, when there's only one spirit. There's only one Father and one Son. Make it make sense. Strategic drop. Okay? Like I said, I make real life matters make real life sense. All the time. All the time. He know damn well that man wasn't serious about getting baptized. He knew damn well that man wasn't going to surrender his life to the Most High. It wasn't going to change his life at all. Okay? He knew that before he went in the water, and he knew that when he came out that motherfucker. I'ma say it again. Because this shit is entertainment, if you ask me. Like I said, man, if you're really going through some spiritual dark times, okay, you got to build a personal, private relationship with the Most High, bro. All this is not to be broadcasted. Your relationship with the Most High is supposed to be sacred, bro. And like I said, he knew what the fuck he was going to do before he went in that water and when his ass came up out that motherfucker. Because what the fuck he do? What'd he do? If y'all ain't a fire starter, hawker, walker, or stalker yet, what y'all waiting on, family? Come over here and subscribe. Because we stop, step, and stand or real morals and traditional principles, spiritually at that, it ain't nothing morally sound. Nowhere near traditional, spiritually, about this shit we just witnessed from these two demon motherfuckers right here, bro. All right, you can never come back from this. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. All right, you can never come back from this. You think your days have been dark now? You no good piece of shit. If you think you have been living a life of darkness before, okay, motherfucker, you just wait. You ain't seen shit yet. Okay? You ain't seen a motherfucking thing yet. Okay? Because since you want to play with the Spirit, the Father, and the Son, all right? When that time comes, the Spirit, the Father, and the Son is going to be far away from you. You're best to believe that because you denied him in front of the world after you claimed to accept him in front of the world. You deny Jesus in front of the world after you claim to be accepting him in front of the world, yo. Okay? All right? Like I said, this situation at the bail bond spot is some dark shit. All right? The bail bonds lady, y'all, already knew he was coming. Already had the candles lit. Ready. All right? For the soul tie. Ready. All right? For him to literally, all right, sign that soul tie contract that literally has ties not only to his soul, but to his son's soul, as well as we heard the bond lady, the magistrate, all right? The devil wears Prada with the red dress to match. Tell King Yella, your son is going to owe a lot of people.
13. Sign 13. Okay.
If y'all notice, y'all, all right, who's signing that shit as I strategically break this down? If y'all notice, who actually signed the motherfucking bond? Pay attention. Now, we already know how the money was got up. We already know what King Yella had to do and how he had to do it in order to gain this money, right? Okay? But peep the game. Because like I said, not only is his son's soul attached to it, as I strategically break this down, not only is King Yella's soul attached to it, all right, but so is, all right, the mother. So is this lady right here who signed her name on that dotted line. Not only did she sign her name, yo, all right, the fingerprint as well.
No, you're not done. Take your right thumb. It's oil, not ink. Right thumb. On 13, turn it sideways right there.
13, line 13. Hit the like button, strategic drop. All right, soul tie contract being signed right in front of our face.
And then just use a Kleenex to wipe it off. Okay, we're posted. As long as he does everything he's supposed to during the term, the monies that are being paid, when I get paid, will be all that has to be paid. If he fails to appear, there's apprehension fees, investigative fees, forfeiture fees, attorney's fees, and it could be up to twice the face amount. He's on house arrest. He needs to abide by them because here's what happens. Instead of 200,000 is 30,000, plus the fees the court charges is $70.
30,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that boy.
he's gonna owe some people.
Yeah.
He's going to owe some people. Not only is he going to owe some people, he owed the devil himself. And the devil going to get his. The devil going to get his, even if he got to get it through you, your mama, your father, your sister, your brother, your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband. All right? He going to get his off the top, regardless. Okay? And like I said, King Yella ain't seen shit yet. All right? King Yella will literally, all right, suffer for the rest of his motherfucking days. King Yella will literally, okay, be attacked by demons mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right? Not only will he continue to be attacked, y'all, his son will be attacked too. His son will be back in jail. Hit the like button. Watch this. Watch what happened. Watch what happened. Watch what happened now. His son will be back in jail less than a month. Less than 30 days. Like what King Yella said. 607 Unc said, you got 2 months. Remember, y'all, a man already told us what the contract was all about and what he had to do and the what obligations he had to fulfill. All right, some of them anyway, he told us. He ain't tell us the dark shit, but basically he did because he said, my son not joining no cult. I'm not joining no cult. Okay, 607 Unc told him that your son had to join the cult. You got to join my cult. All right? And there's some other things that you have to do in order for me to get him out. Y'all have to pay attention. He already told us the whole play. He already told us before he even went. He said, that's all right, because I don't like the way you said it, that I got 2 months to get the money back. Hit the like button. You got 2 months to get the money back. Not only do you got 2 months to get the money back, all right, you can't get the money off of your page. It got to be on my page only, right? Which is why he showed up there doing what? On who page? Only 607, right? Right. But he told us.
You already kind of got me in a cult. You know what I'm saying? You see, everything is not a game. We understand you got the money to do what you do, but my son will not be joining no cult. You already kind of got me in a cult. You know what I'm saying? You see what you just said? You automatically, I'll pay for the bond just so you can slave me.
Hit the like button. So who paid for it? 607. I told y'all. Strategic drop. Because his broke ass ain't have it. He was up here crying, doing interviews for $200 and shit on St. Cheese. And St. Cheese just made a big ass bag off of that nigga. Got 200,000 goddamn views. All right. for $200. Do the math on that. You fucking dummy. All right, everything that you said on Say Cheese, you could have went on your platform and said. And basically pulled the whole bag by yourself, right? Make it make sense. No, you better do things the what? Demon way. You better do things, okay? The dark way. You better do things what? The devilish way and take it to the devil's platform. You better take it to what? Say Cheese platform where you'll be humiliated in front of the world for real, right? Right? And not only that, like I said, okay, he also took it back to 607s. Took it right back over there to 607's podcast after he said that he wasn't going back over there. Okay, so which one is it, y'all? Which one is it? And why you think he would lie about having a job? So it don't look like you sold your soul. Well, bitch, everybody already know. Because you told everybody already. Okay? That's the only reason why after he told everybody, I'm not working a regular job. All right? I'm King Yella. All right? I know how to get money. I know how to do it. The next thing you know, you go bind your son up out of jail, and then you post like you got a job and found a fucking job, knowing goddamn well you ain't find a job no motherfucking where. You lying ass bitch posting this old ass shit, knowing your ass is like 400 pounds in real life, bro, right now. And that picture that you post and that video of you working on that job that you ain't even work a full fucking week, all right, was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. You fucking liar. Okay, so stop this shit. Shout out everybody up in here, man. What y'all think about this situation so far, man? See what the chat talking about. The son is theirs. They don't have to say so anymore. He sold it to the highest bidder. 3, 6, and 9s. I heard that 13. Yeah, I heard it too. On line 13. He came in and signed that contract on line 13 with candles and everything already lit. Okay, because she knew. She knew he was showing up. She knew that he was coming. All right, and she made sure she had those candles lit, waiting. All right, she made sure she had on the proper what? Color red. Because what is the color of the soul? What do our soul and our, what do the physical body and the heart, what does it pump? What does it run off? Okay, what does the blood represent as I strategically break this down? What does the blood represent? It's right in plain sight. Shout out the whole nation. Crazy work. All right. We all know what the blood represents and what it symbolizes. All right. And not only do we know what it represents and what it symbolizes, okay? Like I said, that woman said, your son is going to owe a lot of people. Your son is going to owe a lot of demons, a lot of devils. Your son got a lot of obligations to fulfill. Okay? Signs and symbols, pay attention. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out the whole nation, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. All right. If y'all feeling wholehearted and feeling genuine and feeling generous, excuse me, all right, the Cash App, support the content, Cash App, GuyFear316, or at PayPal, Fear the Fire Flame. Okay, because we definitely know this motherfucker don't fear the fire, and he don't fear, all right, the flames at all. Because he go right up there and get baptized in front of the world, then deny it in front of the world in 2.5 seconds, y'all. It wasn't even a whole week. It wasn't even a whole week. And I said this a couple of days ago, how people spiritually fold up so quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, it don't make no sense. I was talking about that when that situation was going on outside that Yankee Stadium, where everybody was locked out and Jay-Z had people waiting for 6 to 9 hours and shit. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, they won't even wait on Jesus that long. All right. They'll deny, turn their back door, flip the script. All right, and fold up spiritually so fucking fast. Okay, but they'll sit up there and wait on Jay-Z for 9 to 6 hours. They won't even wait on the Most High that long, respectfully. Okay? That's the crazy part. Okay? The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. He a goofy. I thought he was a real one. Man, that motherfucker phonier than fucking Bologna. He phonier than Bologna. All right? And we know Bologna is some phony shit. All right? That nigga more phonier than Bologna. He must have had him in a bond. He was paying off that debt. Yeah, he still got him in a bond. He still got him in a bond. All right? He got that man in this contract, right, y'all? He got to do everything this man tell him to do. Why y'all think he went on that show and did that stupid ass shit that he did? Okay, and I'm talking about this stupid shit right here.
Nigga, you acting like I don't know this.
Hey,
you acting like you on lying and playing. You lying, nigga. He stole from me plenty of times. He took my weed plenty of times.
Took that shit. You sweet.
How?
He took
How?
You took it in your face.
You tell me he never took my weed. You telling me?
And look, y'all, you notice he got that what? He got that skull right on the table, right? Signifying, stamping everything I'm saying. Okay? Signifying and stamping everything I'm saying. He even got the skull head on the table. The one that he what? Rightfully carries around everywhere he go. the one he drinks from, anytime you got a motherfucker that paint their nails all black, go to voodoo witch doctors, all right, practice the shit, all right, and drink out the top of a fucking skull head, that should tell you all you need to know. That's enough right there. All right. You can tell on this interview, King Yella looked at stupid. He looked at uncomfortable. He looked at out of place. He looked at out of whack. He ain't looked like he was on the same page, but he knew what he had to do. All right, in order to get his son out of jail. He knew what he had to do. All right, because he knew everybody at that congregation was watching his ass too. That's right. He knew everybody at that congregation, at that ministry in Las Vegas that he went and got baptized at in the name of Jesus, all right, is watching him. And not only is they watching him, like I said, all right, he a whole motherfucking goofy for this shit.
Took it.
You tell me
Take
he
it
did
and
behind-
steal it, two different things.
Come on, gang. I didn't know he took it. Nigga, he took
Yeah,
it.
he did.
How the fuck
you told him where it was at.
I told him. Come
And
on.
he took it.
I told him to go roll my weed. He took the fucking weed, and I told you about it. You didn't do shit about it. You didn't say shit about it. You didn't
Why
do
you
shit
ain't
about
stand up? Ain't you a man?
it. Fight your son?
Yeah,
Boy,
y'all the same size.
what they got to do with
My
anything?
son actually bigger than
What
you.
are you talking about, bro? What you talking about
Hey,
don't make
listen.
sense. I'm saying you need
My
to do that for your
son's an
son.
honor roll student.
No, the
man.
fuck he not.
Yes, he
you
is.
You lying. You cap.
You lie.
You cap.
Just
You
stop
cap.
talking about my
You
son,
cap.
bro.
I don't give a
Stop talking about my son,
What
bro.
do you did for your son? What do you did for him?
What you did for your son? You see this, right? This is a form of humiliation as well. Okay? He's basically telling everybody, if everybody peep the game, what have you done for your son? I'm doing more for your son than you actually doing for your son. Even though this is a skit, y'all have to pay attention to the what? Okay? The manipulation, psychologically, strategic drop. Pay attention to the psychological manipulation of the skit. Okay? Because we all know in real life, King Yella is a piece of shit. He's a whole deadbeat. He's a sorry motherfucker. And not only is he a deadbeat, a piece of shit, and a sorry motherfucker, all right? 607 Unc know it. 607 Unc been around. He know what's going on. All that time when you should have been sending or saving all that money and doing what you're supposed to do for your family, you out chilling with him, getting high, getting coked up. All right, you're gonna let that man put a straw to your nose and make you sniff some coke? Let me say it again. All right, you're gonna let that man put a straw to your nose and make you sniff some coke, nigga. All right, who the fuck you think we talking to? Who you think you talking to, yo? All right, you know what the fuck you was doing. You know what you signed up for. You knew what type of energy he got going on over there. And after you done came out and said, all right, all this shit about how things been fucked up ever since you've been over there, why would you go right back over there? Why would you sit right back at the same table with him? And then the man, like I said, y'all, pay attention to the psychological manipulation. He said, what have you done for your son? What is you doing for your son? What have you done for your son? What is you doing for your son? I'm doing more for your son than you. I'm getting your son out. Not you. I'm getting your son out. Okay? So a part of his humiliation, y'all, he had to show everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody know, as I strategically break this down, he ain't pay that bond. He ain't have that fucking money, right? So he also had to show on Instagram him going to bond out and do all this and do all that. When in reality, we all know that you ain't actually have the money to bond the boy out in the first place. And you told everybody. So by him actually showing him going to the bail bondsman place, y'all, is actually just confirming, all right, that 607 Unc paid for everything. Because let's not forget, all right, he told us, my son ain't joining no coat. I ain't joining no coat. All right, it sound good. How the fuck he gonna say it sound good? But I refuse to work and be slave. You see what I'm saying? All right. He know what the fuck he doing. And like I said, when he went down in that water, and came back up out that water, all right, he knew damn well what he was doing. All right. He know that he was going to mock the Most High. Okay? From the jump. See this, right? See this, right? Raised to new life. And that's what you say. Raised to new life. Right? So if you're raised to new life, why the fuck you go back to your old life doing the same shit that you was doing? That claim that had you in a dark space, in a dark situation in the first place. Make it make sense. And I don't want to hear shit about you did what you had to do for your son and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Because like I said, you must don't know a goddamn thing, respectfully, about baptism, brother. All right? Because nobody comes before the Father. Nothing of this world. All right? No kids, no wife, no husband, no brother, no sister, no uncle, none of that. Okay? The Father, the Son, and the Spirit come before all of that. Before all of that. So if you're supposed to be making this new transition and being raised to new life, you're supposed to automatically understand that as I strategically break this down. All right? So we'll want to hear that, oh, I did it for my son shit. Okay? Because like I said, for we died and were buried with Christ by baptism. And just as Christ was raised from the dead by him putting you in that water, all right, and bringing you back out of that water in the form of baptism, it's a way of rising you from the dead, right? And just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glorious power of the Father, now we also may live new life, right? Ain't that's what it say? Raised to what? New life. Raised to new life. Raised to new life. Okay? For you were buried with Christ when you were baptized. So when you went down in that water, all right, you surrendered yourself, your sins, all right, and you buried all your old ways with Christ. And with him, you were raised to new life because you trusted the mighty power of God who raised his son Christ, his only begotten son, at that was sent, that was raised from the dead, as I strategically break this down. Okay? You were dead because of your sins and because your sinful nature was not yet cut away. That's why you got baptized, right? As I strategically break this down. You were dead mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's why you were up this bitch crashing out, right? You were dead mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. And the demons was attacking you so much You couldn't take it no more. All right? And you agreed to surrender your life to be reborn again through Christ. Okay? Then God made you alive with Christ, for he forgave all our sins. And like I said, y'all, okay, the reason why he went and got baptized allegedly because of his sinful nature, right? And the things that he was doing. And he admitted to all the things he was doing. Where? All on the Say Cheese interview, right? Not only on the Say Cheese interview, on many other skits and interviews and things like that that he was doing, venting. All right? So, make it make sense. Which side are you on? Because, like I said, man, all right, you got to watch these demons. You got to watch these devils. All right? This motherfucker is the devil in the flesh himself. Don't believe nothing this motherfucker say. Not a fucking word. Anytime he go get baptized in front of the world, in front of everybody, and then deny Jesus and the baptism. All right? The Father, the Son, and the Spirit, all at the same time. Make it make sense. All right? Make it make sense. He about to dance for a lot of puppet masters, strings, attachments, and chords. Facts. Facts. You're going to be seeing a lot of weird shit go on with this goofy. All right? He ain't going to be making no money off of it. Everything he do right now, y'all, everything on his platform, everything on 607 platform, everything goes straight to 607 Everything. All the money, all the bread, all the revenue, everything going the back end. Okay? Anything that's coming out or going in, going straight to 607. All right, I'm here from reliable resources that 607 got access to his YouTube page. Hit the like button, strategic drop. 607 got access to his Instagram. Hit the like button, strategic drop. 607 has access to his Cash App. Hit the like button, strategic drop. And 607 has access to his Zelle. Hit the like button, strategic drop. So anything that comes in, anything that goes out, 607 knows, all right, and he taking all his off the top. All right? He see what his channel is making. He see what his Instagram is making. He got access to everything. All right? Because King Yella gave him access to everything. You see? But if you let him tell it, he got all the money up on his own. He got the $30,000. Well, actually $20,000, all right, of 10% of 200, all right, plus taxes and fees, it came up to $30,000. $30,000. Pay attention. $30,000. All right? Very odd and very strange. All right? Shout out the whole nation. This is crazy work, y'all. This is crazy work. All right, and then he lies to the world because he know he look guilty. So he tried to spin everybody and say, look, y'all, I got a job. I got a job. I got a new job. Knowing damn well you ain't got no new fucking job posting them old ass fucking pictures. All right, and the only reason why he posted the pictures in the first place, all right, is to take the attention off of the guilt by him, all right, selling his soul and his son's soul, all right, for that bond money. For that bond money. If you just got up here and told everybody that you wasn't going to set the money, bro, we got the receipt. You said you wasn't going to set the money from because he wanted your son to join the cult. And even your mother told you to stay away from him, bitch. Your mama, King Yella, told you to stay away from 607 didn't she? Tell me I'm lying. Didn't your mother literally call 607 the devil? She said, that's the devil you working with. That's the devil over there. Your mama telling you this shit. And we all know what, y'all. Okay? Mama knows best. Especially if you, know what I mean, got a close relationship with your children. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. All right? Mama know best. All right? So, like I said, y'all, he told everybody he wasn't going to do it. Then turns around and does it. He tell everybody, my son not joining no cult for no bond money. I'm not joining no cult for no bond money. I'm not going to be worked like a slave and like a puppet for no bond money. But you turn around and be worked like a slave and a puppet for the bond money, and you show up over there. Make it make sense.
And that's not what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying? We already got situations where you like to control. You like to control and feel empowered. You already want to be empowered over me, then be empowered over my son. It's crazy, man. I'll give my son a lawyer.
Empower over me and empowerment over my son. As I strategically break this down, I told y'all he gave that man power over him and his son. 607 owned him and his son, and his YouTube page, his Instagram, Cash App, and his Zelle, y'all. Everything. 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 How the fuck you get up $30,000, bitch, when you ain't even got a house of your own? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Make it make sense. Where we make real life matters make real life sense. How the fuck you put up $30,000 for a fucking bond when you ain't even got a goddamn house or crib of your own? You living with somebody else. Where we make real life matters make real life sense. All right? With anybody in the chat, we got over 110 plus in here. All right? Will anybody in the chat put up 30,000 motherfucking dollars? All right, if you ain't even got a place to lay your head, let's make it make sense. You ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. I know I'm not. I ain't even giving up $500. If I ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, I ain't giving up shit. You got me fucked up. All right? Because how the fuck I'm going to help somebody else out by bonding them out? As I strategically break this down, and when they get out, I'm no good to them. How I'm going to help them? Where they going to live? Who address they using? How I'm going to keep tabs on them? What can I do to make his situation better if I can't even make my fucking situation better? How can I inspire and influence my son? All right? As a father. Where I ain't got nothing to fucking show for it. I ain't got nothing for you to come home to. You ain't got your own room. I ain't got my own house. We ain't got our own privacy. And you want what? House arrest. That's the bond stipulations, right? That's the bond conditions, right? Make it make sense as I strategically break this down. All right, you see, that's that YN thinking. That's that YN thinking bullshit. Only YNs would think this is okay to do. Because ain't no way in the world am I giving up $30,000. I don't give a fuck who in jail. Motherfucker, I ain't got nowhere to go. Bitch, I'm homeless. I'm staying with other people. I'm place to place, couch to couch. The fuck I look like putting up $30,000? Make it make sense, y'all. We live in America. We living in the real world. You claim that you failed your son, right? So you think about going to get your son out of jail, you're unfailing him? Hit the like button. You think by you going to bond your son out, you're unfailing as a father by bonding him out, when actually you're going to fail even worse, all right? Because your shit ain't together. You ain't got your shit constructively in order. When we make real life matters, make real life sense. How the fuck I'm gonna bond somebody else out? I don't give a fuck if it's son or not, son or sister. And I'm fucked up myself. And that's the reason your son locked up in the first place, as I strategically break this down, is because you was fucked up, right, King Yella? And he went out there trying to rob somebody to help your broke ass, right? As I strategically break this shit down. He went out there trying to rob some shit because you was pouting, boo-hooing a grown-ass man about what you ain't have and what you couldn't do. So he tried to go out there and catch a lick and got locked the fuck up. All right? The only reason why I could see that you went and got this and sold your soul and all that, because you're guilty of what he went out there and did. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Because you know in reality, you the main reason why he went out there and did what he did. Because your ass was broke. You was up on the internet crying like a little hoe. All right? Everybody probably was all in your son DM like, yo, your father on the internet crying like a little bitch. Supposed to be King Yella, drill rapper this, drill rapper that, GD this, GD that. And he up here crying like a little bitch, talking about what he ain't got and what he can't do. All right? So that little boy went out there trying to rob something. That little boy went out there and tried to take something and wound up getting took it the fuck away. Y'all know what type of charges his son got? Okay? Nothing is going to change about his son and the people he hang around and the things that he's doing as I strategically break this down. Okay? Because soon as, look, he ain't even get out yet. Okay? He haven't even got out yet. All right, and look at the energy that he was already facing as I strategically break this down.
Ah, damn, that bit. Oh no. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I'm here, man. What's going on, man? Jail box.
See that, right? Same gang shit. The same shit that got him locked up in the first place. Soon as he get out, he's what? Coming home to the same shit.
Yeah, man. Don't get your bitch snatched. Real P like skin on my tooth. Oh yeah. Know that, know that, know that, know that. Ooh, this bitch look good. I might snatch her too.
Drop the one in the chat if y'all can hear this audio, man. All right, you see, they don't like the receipts. They don't like the truth. All right? Appreciate you, Paula. They don't like the receipts, y'all. They don't like the truth. I'm telling you. They don't. Look, as I strategically break this down, he hasn't even got out of jail yet. And look at the negative energy that's waiting on him. Look at the negative energy that's outside those gates. Thank you, Paula, for the endorsement and the sponsorship of this live. And thank you, okay, for the donation on the Cash App. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. I do. I do. Thank y'all. All right, so the audio is good. So check it out.
Tell her ass I told you. Man, just take it out, man. Hey, beat him. Bro. Roll him up.
Hey, I ain't even do nothing, bro. I ain't even do nothing, man. I ain't even do nothing, man.
Man, me and the fam, man, we outside, man. We ain't get no vlog earlier. We gonna tell y'all how to stay with me. Yeah, man, shut that up, man.
Look, you see this, right? The grown-ass father. Grown-ass daddy. See this, right? King Yella page, right? See this, right? You see all the ignorant, dumb shit? The same ignorant, dumb shit that got your son locked up in the first place. You're going to allow your son to come home to the same shit, right?
Shut that up, man. We had a good day, man. We getting that good box. It's not, damn, that big box. Oh, no. Yeah, man. Oh, y'all here, man. Know what's going on, man. Jail box. Man. Yeah, man. Don't get your bitch snagged. Real P like skin on my tooth. Oh, yeah. Know that, know that, know that, know that. Ooh, this bitch look good. I might snatch her too. Tell her ass I told you. Man, just take it out, man. Hey, beat him. Bro. Roll him up.
Hey, I ain't even do nothing, bro.
Okay, so like I said, man. All right. Shit is crazy. Shit is wild. All right. And like I said, man, I don't know who they think they fooling with this shit. But they definitely ain't fooling me. And they ain't fooling us, y'all. All right. Because we ain't deaf, dumb, and blind. We see everything that's going on and what's been taking place. And I told everybody last week, because I was the only one who actually covered it to that degree, all right, in that depth, with the situation with him and 607, all right, and I explained to everybody how 607 has a hex and a curse on King Yella and his family, and including his son, right? Didn't I tell y'all this? I'm the only one who covered it to that magnitude and that degree. No one else covered it to that magnitude but me. I was the only one. All right, because I seen what was going on and what was happening. Okay? And a lot of people probably didn't see it. A lot of people probably skipped over it, or it probably didn't come through their algorithm. But let me tell you, yo, the shit I dropped in this video literally puts everything in front of everybody's face before this situation, before this situation even got as thick and deep as it has gotten now. All right, I dropped this shit last week and I told everybody what was going on. And he go right back over there with that nigga. Okay? He go right back over there with him. Okay, now, since we here, man, all right, y'all hit the like button, drop your fire and TVs in the chat, all right? Because he even tell you, see what's going on here.
Nigga know dead, guys. Real. I done lost man.
I feel like I failed my boy, man. 200K, 50,000 to walk. Man, I ain't even got $50 right now.
See that, right?
Now. And I done lost everything. I done went broke. Mama Lean gone. I got kicked out my crib. Trying to help. Now the devil done got him. A mean fight. He got a lot of crazy charges.
Hey, everybody, man, nigga know dead, guys. Real. I done lost man. 2 niggas I grew up with, guys. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I lost everything, bro. Like
Now you wait. Now you recently said that you were broke. What is broke?
Everything gone. Ain't no money in the bank account. Zero. Going to the casino, drunk. This shit has been, don't even know he's getting money. He got bad habits. Like, I ain't drunk in like 2 weeks.
Your lying ass
niggas be high. I was getting drunk.
Don't believe shit that motherfucker say. If he lied to everybody about, all right, denying Jesus, denying the baptism, and mocking the Most High, I don't believe shit this motherfucker saying, yo. All right, he's a motherfucking liar.
I'm gonna keep it gangster. I was doing cocaine. That's how bad it being. Like, I was doing cocaine, Sean. I don't even tell you this shit. Popping pills, doing coke. Like, this shit been my life up. And that's what people don't tell people, like, you niggas so much on they high horse, niggas getting money, hanging around people that's getting money, and you start doing shit that other people doing. The fuck you mean you was doing cocaine? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? The world, nigga, you a crackhead. I said, nigga, look at it. What the fuck? Nigga, you been getting, what the fuck? And this shit spiraled down, you know what I'm saying? The alcohol, this shit opened up the door for a nigga outside. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, in my mind, I'm like, this shit party drugs. This just to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Whole time this shit killing me. Whole time I'm hiding, I'm tucking these demons that I got inside me that I'm covering up to the world. Every time I pop out, I want to look good. I want the world to see me smile the whole time. I'm dying in the inside. The whole time I've been dying in the inside.
Listen, I know y'all like, oh, you a sensitive, a son in jail. He hurting. Well, he gambled. Well, he do drugs. Right? Listen, and everybody always like that. Oh, that's a problem. I gambled. I did drugs.
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? Okay? Y'all hear this, right?
But I understood it was just an experience, right? Listen, Yella, it's only an experience that you had. You on the internet talking about a dope thing. Ain't no dope things, right? Because it's a timeline, right? And different times, different reality. You don't understand. You gonna say, man, I'm trying to get motivation. You is motivation for any in the trenches just trying to get out. Any that's trying to get clout and stay famous for 20 years plus. I mean, you ain't got a dime, but at least you're famous, right? At least you got a name, right? You don't need no change.
Pray for King Yella, because this situation with him, it has got very, very dark and cloudy for King Yella. And not only has it got dark and cloudy for King Yella fire starters, he has lost everything. He has literally hit rock bottom. And he hit rock bottom so motherfucking hard. All right. He is actually starting to crash out and lose his motherfucking sanity. And not only is he starting to crash out and lose his sanity, fire starters, it has been said that 607 has put some type of voodoo, hex, or a curse on King Yella. All right, because it seems like ever since Yella started fucking with that goofy over there, ever since King Yella went to that man's house, collabing with him, doing podcasts, doing interviews, running around with this nigga, said fuck his family, doing all kinds of weird shit, start getting high, started gambling all his money up. It just seems like everything has not been going right for King Yella. Now make sure y'all like this video, hype this video, share this on all platforms, on every cylinder, on every platform. Shout out all the new members, all the new subscribers, and all the fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, and everybody that is joining the fire starter movement. Because we stomp, step, and stand on real morals and traditional principles. And we know ain't nothing morally sound, nowhere near traditional about what the fuck is going on with this situation. Now, peep the game, because King Yella, like I said, is losing his motherfucking mind. This man went on Instagram, crashing out, crying and shit, talking about he's having all these dark days, he's going through all this emotional trauma, and he failed as a father. He failed his son. His son literally went out there and crashed the fuck out, allegedly trying to lift the weight up off of King Yella and actually give some type of support to what was going on. Because, like I said, man, King Yella lost everything. They say he ain't got no money in the bank. He ain't got $1 to his name. Can't buy his kids no food, no Pampers, no nothing. All right. And he gambled it all up and fucked it all up over there with 607 And not only that, y'all, okay, because the crazy thing about it, y'all, everything was okay for King Yella. We're not saying that he was the most honest and most saintful person there is, but the situation with him and his family and everybody around him, you see what I'm saying? All this wild shit wasn't happening to them until he started fucking with 607 Not to mention, all right, allegedly, we already know 607 is tapped into this darkness. We already know that 607 all right, practice this dark magic and these voodoo rituals. All right.
What do you feel about voodoo? What do you think about that?
It depends on how you look at it. A lot of people think voodoo is bad, but Jesus did voodoo because voodoo is like science. Jesus did voodoo when he was blind, put the mud on you, bam, then you can see. It's voodoo. But everybody gonna say voodoo is bad, and they say, oh man, don't do voodoo, but we in the magic world, so why not do magic? True.
He even talk about it in interviews. He even talk about how voodoo is used when in reality, he used it for bad and dark purposes. He used it for dark magic. As we see, he actually done went to the voodoo lady. She done put voodoo on him, and you can even go back to Gravedigger Quez and HBG Court and the situation that was going on with them. All right. But not to mention fire starters. King Yella's son was a good kid. King Yella's son, all right, wasn't no type of gangster going out there wilding out, crashing out shit. This boy was an honor roll student. All right, stayed in the house.
Do I believe these charges are real? No. My son sit at the crib. He 18. He smoke a little weed. You know what I'm saying? Play GTA. Be in the crib. He been in the house every day. You know what I'm saying?
And all of a sudden, like I said, he go crash out. He carrying guns. He doing robberies and all this allegedly. And like I said, man, all this is taking place due to the fact that 607 put these voodoo hexes on this dude. Because, like I said, man, it has been said that King Yella has sold his soul.
There's a lot you can do with. Want to help us test it out?
That ain't cool, huh? That ain't cool. Like, you gotta make it make sense, bro. Everything is not a joke. Everything is not a game. We understand you got the money to do what you do, but my son will not be joining no cult. You already kind of got me in a cult. You know what I'm saying? You see what you just said? You automatically, I'll pay for the bond just so you can slave me. I'm not finna be slaved, man.
It has been said that King Yella literally, all right, sold his soul to the demon when he hit the like button, y'all. I told y'all this before it even came out. I'm the only one who covered this situation to this magnitude. All right, it went past everybody. Nobody was paying attention. But like I said, all right, I'm not deaf, dumb, and blind, mentally or spiritually. All right, and already seen the whole play and all the dark magic and all the energy that was being harvested. All right, ever since King Yella took his ass over there with 607. Ever since he been over there. Ever since he been over there. From the beginning. Just like he did Gravedigger, Quez, and HBG Court. As we know, okay, the situation that went on with Gravedigger, Quez, and HBG Court, remember, they did the same thing as I strategically break this down. Okay, they did the same thing King Yella did. All right, they packed up all their shit. They moved in with 607 right? And not only did they move in with 607 what happened right before, okay, Gravedigger, hold on a second, y'all. Let me put this up here. All right, shout out everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Continue to like this, share this on all platforms. All right, what happened with them? Right before they went over there with 607 What happened with Gravedigger Quez, y'all? Gravedigger Quez wound up killing his cousin as I strategically break this down. The same cousin that he looked up to. The same cousin that he was influenced by. All right? He wound up killing his cousin. And not only did he wind up killing his cousin, all right, right after he killed his cousin, they went over there with 607 okay? It went on 607 platform, trolling the situation, All right? The same way like King Yella is trolling the situation with his son was getting locked up, and they used it as a stick as I strategically break this down. All right? The same thing he did with Grave Digger Quez and them. Used their situation as a form of humiliation and energy harvesting. All right? Because after he murdered his cousin, the same cousin that he looked up to, all right, 607 Unc paid them to come out there and live with him and stream and do podcasts with him, all right, and talk about the situation and troll the situation about what happened when he killed his cousin. And not only that, yo, all right, it has been said that these boys' soul is owned by 607 Unc too. And this is why right now, to this day, y'all, all right, if y'all do your research on Court and Grave Digger Quest and everything that's going on with them, all right, their life is fucked up. Before they went over there with 607, all right, and when they left 607, shit got 10 times worse and still is. All right, as we see them disrespect they mama on live, cuss they mama out in front of everybody and everything, yo. All right, go on 607 Unc platform and troll their mother. Talk about their mama like a dog. Call their mama all kinds of bitches, whores, everything. All right, we all done witness this in real time on this demon platform. The same demon and devil platform that King Yella, all right, went over there and humiliated his son's situation when his son did that robbery and got locked up, just like Quez and Court went over there and trolled and humiliated the situation, all right, when they killed their cousin. And like I said, yo, it has been said that 607 Unc also owns they soul too. He also put some shit on them because they went to a voodoo doctor, bro. All this is on YouTube. All this is documented. All right? 607 Unc took them to a voodoo doctor and allowed the voodoo doctor to do voodoo on them, y'all. That's right. That part. Okay? See something here. They went to the voodoo doctor, yo. They had went to the voodoo doctor and allowed the voodoo doctor to put some type of hex or spiritual curse. I don't know what the fuck these motherfucking kids was thinking about, okay? All under the influence, okay, of 607 Unc. Check it out as I strategically break this down. Look, what it say? What it say? 607 Unc's 2-hour exorcism. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? Strategic drop. 607 2-hour exorcism attempt on Grave Digger Quez. All right? The cousin killer. Y'all see this shit, right? All right? And it's some more. Shit. Okay? On this shit. Okay? Okay, he even was making videos with these little ass kids talking about pull the trigger and all this demonic shit. Y'all see this shit, right? Okay, so if any motherfucker doing all this shit in your face and you still going over there to fuck with him after you know what he's all about, you got to be the devil himself. In order for you to be comfortable around a motherfucker like him, you must be the demon and the devil in the flesh himself. All right? Period. Point blank. Okay, because ain't nobody in their right mind gonna feel comfortable around no weirdo motherfucker like this. I don't give a fuck who you is. Like I said, in order for you to be comfortable, cool, calm, and collective around this type of energy, you must be a part of it. You must conjure it yourself. You must harvest the same shit that he's about, and that's evil. Because anybody that stand on real motherfucking morals and principles, all right, ain't fucking with no goofy like this. Easy work. And like I said, man, all right, this shit been in everybody's face for the longest. For the longest. Crazy work, y'all. All right, the hex is real. It's on them. It's on them.
Got me in a coat. You know what I'm saying? You see what you just said? You automatically, I'll pay for the bond just so you can slay me. I'm not finna be slayed, man.
It has been said that King Yella literally, all right, sold his soul to the demon when he went over there and started fucking with that nigga, when he started getting, all right, all this money that ultimately, all right, spiraled his life out of control and wound up him losing control over his family and the whole situation. And this is why I say, y'all, all right, all money ain't good money. I don't give a fuck what it is or what a motherfucker got going on. All right. Everything that may be good to you, sound good to you, and feel good to you, I can promise you, motherfucker, it ain't healthy for you spiritually. And not only is it not healthy for you spiritually, we see, all right, how King Yella can't snap back. We see how King Yella losing his motherfucking mind, all right? In a day or two, we gonna hear about this nigga in the psych ward, all right? He's doing any and everything he can, all right, to release this dark cloud and release this dark shit that's over his head. And like I said, he even went and got baptized in 607 Unk and Adam 22 and No Jumping, all them over there clowning them and doing all this wild shit. And like I said, man, all right, by him allegedly selling his soul to this demon motherfucker, all right, for what was going on, he's going to have to do more than get baptized. He's going to have to do more, all right, than get put in some water by some other individuals, respectfully, all right, because you have to honestly give your life, give your soul, and start living for the Most High. Hit the like button, y'all. strategic drop. Didn't I say it was going to take more than this man going down in some water? Didn't I say this before all this shit even manifests? It came to a boy in the head and fucking pop literally in our face like a pimple does. Right? Right? I told everybody. Because you have to start living for the Most High. Okay? You have to live for the Most High. Surrender your life to the Most High. All right? It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Real shit. It ain't nothing to play with. And like I said, the man who baptized him knew he wasn't ready for that lifestyle. Knew he wasn't going to surrender his life to the Most High and put away his old ways. He knew it. The one who put him in that water knew it. And when he came out that water, he knew it. All right? And like I said, man, everybody thought I was trolling. Everybody thought I was trying to troll him. No, I wasn't trolling because I already know what this motherfucker about. Action speaks louder than words. I don't give a fuck what the motherfuckers say out their mouth. All right, their actions is always going to override every motherfucking word that they ever said. And before he even got baptized, all his actions already showed the real devilish person he was in real life. That's why I can stand on what I say and the way I say it spiritually. Because I already knew what was going to happen. Already knew, all right, that he was being attacked spiritually in a dark way by 607. All right, and he's still being attacked in a dark way. All right, that's why he sold him and his son sold for that goddamn bail money. That's why he sold out and gave 607 what? Power over you and your son and your family. You let him empower you. You let the devil take you to the highest mountain. All right? And deceive you with deception. And offered you all of the treasures of this world. All right? If you was to sell your soul to him, if you was to join his cult and do what he tell you to do, your son got to start joining these skits in this cult. Y'all know that, right? His son also have to start joining these skits and doing this weird, wild shit. All right? And like I said, this man got their energy. He got this man hair. He got this man fabric. This man that slept in his house, slept on his beds, slept on his pillows. And God knows what else, all right, them weirdos was doing up in there. All right, because we all know 607 give rainbow vibes. He talk a whole lot of weirdo shit. All right? We even just seen a clip where it looked like him and King Yella was about to fucking kiss. They were so close to each other's faces and so close to each other's mouths. No funny shit. Looked like they were about to kiss. Okay? That part. We got the receipts. We got the receipts. Look like he's about to kiss that man in his mouth. Look. Kiss him. Kiss him. You fucking gay ass weirdo. All high on that coke and shit. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. This ain't for y'all because these motherfuckers is demons and they devils and they with that shit. They with that shit. All right, and we all know 607 Unc fuck with No Jumper, Adam, and all them. And we already know what they about. Okay? Why the fuck you all close up in that man's face like that for? What the fuck we doing here, gangster? GD? Yeah, you is a GD. All right? A fucking gay dummy. That part. The fuck we doing here? And we done seen them on many skits doing some rainbow shit. We done seen them on many skits being touchy and Philly. Y'all too touchy and Philly for me, and y'all motherfuckers don't even know each other. Y'all ain't grow up together, ain't go to the same school, ain't from the same sandbox, same basketball court, free lunch. I don't know your mama. You don't know my mama. I never went to your house for dinner growing up. You never went to my house for dinner growing up. I never took a shit on your toilet, and you never took a shit on my toilet. So what the fuck I'm all touchy, Philly, all up on you for? What the fuck my face, all right, 4, 5, 6 inches from your goddamn face for? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Look at him, y'all. Look. 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 Look at that. He want to kiss the man all on his fucking neck. You want to rub the man hair. You want to rub your fingers all through his dreads. You want him to paint your nails black too, huh? Weirdo shit, y'all. Weirdo shit. And like I said, this is just one of many skits and many interviews where they're doing weird shit like that. Like, you mean to tell me to get your point across, you got to jump all the way over there in the man's face with your face all in his face, close to his lips like that? Make it make sense. Way too close. Way too close. All right? And then 607 Unc confirms it by sticking his lip out. All right? Yeah, nigga. You want to kiss me on this camera, don't you, you fucking weirdo? Hey, yo, what we dealing with? What type of Chicago gangsters do shit like this? What type of Chicago gangsters, all right, that got tattoos all over their face do shit like this? Somebody make it make sense, y'all. Like I said, he don't know this man from a can of paint. He don't know this man from a pack of fucking ramen noodles, chicken, beef, strip, or oriental. It makes you think, y'all, what made 607 Unc choose you anyway? What was the stipulations when you started going over there living with that nigga anyway? What was the stipulations? Because y'all, you have to make it make sense, right? Why would you go on, as I strategically break this down, right? Okay, where we make real life matters make real life sense. Check this out. Strategic drop cover. All right. Why would you have to go over there on somebody else's platform if you supposed to have over 250,000 subscribers? Hit the like button. As I strategically make real life matters make real life sense. So you got over 250,000, right? Hold on. Watch this strategic drop where we make real life matters make real life sense all the motherfucking time over this bitch. Okay? Check this out. Okay? Show y'all this. Why would you go over to 607 on Streets Unplugged when he only got 71,000? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Strategic drop. You got over 250,000, right? One of the best to do this, y'all. You got over 250,000, nigga, right? Hold on. Somebody make it make sense. You got over 250,000 alleged subscribers on your own platform. So why the fuck would you sell your soul and go over there to a platform that ain't even got 100,000 fucking subscribers, y'all? Let's make it make sense. Strategic drop. Nothing but strategic drops. Make it make sense. Do the math. Why would you have to go over to his platform and sell your soul when he ain't even got 100,000 subscribers? Okay, when you could grind on your own platform if you got over 250,000. Let's ask ourselves An honest question. And look yourself in the mirror when you ask this. If you already got 300,000 motherfucking subscribers yourself on your own platform, why would you sell your soul and your son's soul and carry your ass over into somebody else's platform, okay? That only got 70,000 subscribers, yo. Make it make sense. That's like me with my 25, 26,000, and I sell out and go to somebody else's platform with 10,000 subscribers. It ain't no money that you could pay me in the world that I won't be able to make on the back end on my own shit. Why would I be in bondage and have myself in a bind with you, older than you, getting slaved, like you said, right? Being slaved, right? And gotta join a cult and do all this and do all that. If I got way more subscribers than you, all right, and I could grind on my own fucking channel and get my own money up. Like I told y'all, why y'all think a part of this contract agreement was also for 607 to have access to King's Yella YouTube page, his IG, his Cash App, and his Zelle. 607 got access to all those platforms. That is King Yella's. Any money that come in or out automatically go to Why would you have to give up all that if you already got 300,000 fucking subscribers, yo? Easy work. Easy work. And let's not forget 300,000 subscribers, right? Okay. He damn near got more than 607 official network. 607 official network got 280,000. King Yella Show allegedly got 266,000. All right. Then the one that he just sold his soul to ain't got nowhere near that. We can expect him to be working like a slave, doing all kinds of weird shit that we never seen done before from this nigga. Okay, because not only did he get baptized in the name and mock the baptism and mock Jesus Christ and deny Jesus Christ and the baptism, okay, because that was the form of humiliation and the agreement that was made on the contract, y'all, that he signed. But he also, okay, he also not only mocked Jesus, the baptism, and denied Jesus, the baptism and the Christian community. All right. They also humiliated, all right, and disrespected the Muslim community. As I strategically break this down, let's go.
You broke.
They also disrespected the Islamic community and the Islamic faith. As I strategically break this down, let's go.
It's different. It's different. You broken, right? Your
rich in spirit.
No, your heart is broken, right? Right. But now, looking into everything that I'm seeing now that I believe the spiritual community is under attack. All right, because like you got this out here. This could be AI. You never know what the fuck. Why you looking like that? I'm for real. Because what? They're under attack. You got baptized. That's why you're doing it, because you're a Christian now.
I'm not no Christian.
They got to be under attack because why is it happening? Why? That's why I quit being a Muslim. I quit being a Muslim. I put my ass up 5 times a day.
You used to be Muslim?
Yeah, I was Muslim. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah.
Man, that don't make you Muslim saying that shit.
They do. Everybody else do it. I ain't eat pork and I say assalamu alaikum. I'm Muslim. Right?
You eat salami?
No, I ain't eat nothing. I ain't no beef meat. Right? When I was Muslim, I was pure Muslim. Right? You know I was Muslim. I wear my kufi.
And you wore your kufi and you put your ass up 5 times a day.
No, hell no. Not 5.
You put your ass in there 5 times a day.
Only when they was watching me. Nigga, nobody pray unless they watching. Nigga, I was in a cell with a Muslim that was from D.C.
And they all Muslims.
No, but it's
the whole D.C. Muslim.
He was trying to act like he was a booty bag.
Y'all hear this, right? As they also disrespect and mock the Islamic community and the Islamic faith and mock the way they pray. As I strategically break this down. All right? They sat up here and mock the Muslim community and the Islamic faith. All right? About the way they pray. How they had their ass in the air. All right? Like they waiting for something to get stuck up in it. As I strategically break this down. All right? And you talk about some weirdo motherfuckers. But motherfuckers got a problem with what I'm saying in the way I'm saying it, when I'm only telling the truth and making real life matters make real life sense. All right? What motherfuckers you know disrespect the Islamic faith and the Islamic community like this? All right? I know some Muslims that'll break you the fuck up, bro. I know some 5%ers that do not play about that shit. I know some real live Muslim brothers that will knock your motherfucking head off disrespecting their spiritual and religious and Islamic beliefs. Okay? All right? So for him to come up here, for them to do what they did in the way they did it, all right, it shows you what type of people they are. It shows you what type of heart they had. All right. And it shows you, all right, the type of spirit that dwells inside of them. Nothing but evil. Nothing but evil. All right. And like I said, where my Muslim brothers at? Where's my Islamic community and my brothers of the Islamic faith? Okay? Because I can guarantee you, I could promise this. 607 or King Yella run across the right Muslim brothers, they gonna get their motherfucking head knocked to the left, to the right, and straight down the middle. I could promise you all this. I could promise you all this. I could promise you all this. All right? King Yella is not safe right now. Fuck gang banging and all that shit. You got a whole bigger problem to worry about, bro. All right? You see, you ain't used to that type of culture. You ain't used to that type of upbringing and that type of community. All right? And like I said, man, for them to come up here, all right, and mock not one religious and spiritual community, two of them on the same show. It shows you what we are about to witness. It's only preparing us for what 607 Unc has up his sleeve, brewing in that dark magic pot that he's stirring. All right. And what he has in store for King Yella on this show. It should show y'all this. And he's willing to do whatever he has to do, all right, to fulfill those obligations and more.
My ass up 5 times a day.
You used to be Muslim?
Yeah, I was Muslim. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah.
Man, that don't make.
Why is it happening? Why? That's why I quit being a Muslim. I quit being a Muslim. I put my ass up 5 times a day.
Okay? Mocking the way they pray 5 times a day. Mocking they put their ass up in the air 5 times a day. Y'all see that, right? Right? You get a real natural born spiritual Muslim brother that faithfully pray to their creator and they most high and their beliefs 5 times a day on the daily. Genuinely and honestly go through their fasts. All right? I bet they knock your motherfucking head off. I bet they knock your motherfucking head off. You get a real Muslim that's on their deen. They actually pray 5 times a day. All right? They'll knock this man's head the fuck off. Easy. Quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry, and got every reason to knock their motherfucking head off. Got every reason to knock their motherfucking head off, yo. All right? But shout out to everybody that joined me up in here today, man. Okay? All right? Because like I said, baptism is not to be played with. And we see how these demons and these demonic devils is literally playing with our spiritual beliefs right in front of our face. Like it's a fucking joke in the game. And not only are they playing with it, y'all, it's monetized. They're making money off of it. Strategic drop. It's monetized. They're making money off of mocking the creator. Mocking our beliefs. Mocking the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, not including the baptism and everything that stands for. But shout out everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I do, man. And I feel as though, you know what I'm saying, I had to break this situation down in a live format. All right? Because, like I said, this shit is fucked up. And not only is it fucked up, y'all, all right, we're dealing with some very evil ass people, some very diabolical ass people, bro. All right? We'll do anything for a click, like, and a view. Let me tell you why he had to put this shit up on his Instagram page. Because I told y'all 607 Unc owns the page now. So he got to get some type of content rolling on his page. Get some type of engagement. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention. Right after he went over there with 607 Unc, now they're reposting King Yella and everything he doing on all these other social media platforms and shit like that. Peep the game. Peep the game and how everything is going down. And how they tweaking the engagement and tweaking the metrics to their ability. All right, and like I said, he had to come up with something. As we see, he came up with a whole lot, claiming he got a job, claiming he working now, claiming he working a 9 to 5, and he just told everybody, I'm not getting no fucking 9 to 5. I'm not working no 9 to 5. My name is King Yella. I ain't doing nothing like that. Right? But 607 Unc said, motherfucker, you better make something happen. Put up a fake post or something. Post some old shit from a couple years ago. And that's exactly what he did. Because we all know that motherfucker is big and out of shape now. Pay attention. Okay, as I strategically fuck y'all up. Okay? This man is big as a motherfucking house, yo. He's nowhere near that size anymore. As I strategically break this down, why do you think he working out? Trying to drop all that fucking extra fucking lard that's on his ass. See this, right? Y'all don't see the difference in the body tone, in the structure, in the aura? All right? Look at his gut. Y'all can't see the difference? Y'all can't tell? Face smaller, shoulders slimmer, arms smaller, everything. Strategic drop. This man swollen than a hot air fucking balloon. This man swollen than a hot air fucking balloon with no weight loss in sight. Okay? All big, looking like Larry Holmes, all flappy and sick. You trying to play a hate on my shit? Well, eat a fat dick. Pause. Okay? Looking like Larry Holmes. All flabby and sick. All flabby and sick. Fuck this nigga. All right? He done disrespected the Most High. I'll fuck around and go in on this nigga all week and bring out some shit y'all ain't never seen or heard about this goofy. All right? And expose this bitch all the way. All right? And everybody falling for the shit. All you goofy motherfuckers that follow him can't see that that shit was old. Can't see that he posted some old ass goddamn pictures talking about he got a fucking job. All right, the only job you got, all right, is glazing 607 Unc, bitch. The only job you got is being a puppet and a stupid, goofy motherfucker for him. That's your job. The only job you got, all right, is showing your son how you allow another motherfucking man to son you. You fucking goofy bitch. How you gonna raise your son and teach your son how to be a man when your son is literally witnessing another man's son you? And you told everybody that the man was sonning you, using you, treating you like shit, got you on drugs, got you strung out, all on that coke, all popping them pills, gambling all your money up. That's why he told your ass to come live with him in his house. The fuck I gotta come live with you for, nigga? What the fuck that's all about? We could do content, we could do all this and all that, but what the fuck I need to pack my bags and come over there and live with you for? Huh? The fuck I gotta move in with you for, bruh? Because there's a lot more dark shit going on the back end that y'all don't know nothing about. Okay? It's a lot more dark shit going on. Look, I love my job. Get your lying ass up. I love my job. Look. What job? Look, I put it up there. Stop the shit. This shit old, bruh. Stop the cat. Stop the cat, motherfucker. I tell you to your face, bitch. All right? This shit old. Look how small he is, y'all. Look. Look how slim he is. Right? His whole aura, his whole structure is different. See that? Strategic drop. Look how big and out of shape and swole he is right here. But he posts this fucking picture. Look. Slim Jim. Okay? Let's make it make sense. Look, the devil himself. Manipulation and deception. He don't give no fuck about the Most High. He don't give no fuck about that baptism. He don't give no fuck about Jesus. Lying ass nigga. All right? Only thing you give a fuck about is what's on your goddamn face. That's what you want, shit. You worship that shit that's all on your face and all on your body. And that's nothing but evilness, nothing but darkness, motherfucker. Straight like that. But shout out everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate y'all for joining the show today. You know what I'm saying? As we prove these lying motherfuckers wrong and what's really going down. And the whole motherfucking King Yella truth. And how he actually sold him and his soul, his son's soul, for that bond money. And how his spirit, family spirit, son spirit, family are soul tied to that contract that he fucking signed. Soul tied to that contract, all right, that his mama put on that goddamn bail paper on line 13. All right? You can expect this motherfucker, all right? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't seen darkness yet. Okay? All right? Because darkness is upon his ass now. I could promise y'all this. Then he had nerve to show it to everybody. How he sold his soul. He did what he did after he told everybody he wasn't going to do it. Like, nobody don't know. You showed up on this man's platform, then you show up at the Bell Bondsman. After you just told everybody 607 Unc was going to agree to pay the bond, but you ain't want to be a part of 607 Unc because he wanted your son to be a part of a cult. He wanted you to be a part of a cult. He wanted you to make all the money on his page. He wanted to have access to all your shit and work you like a slave and a puppet, right? Right. But you go right back over there to him. But shout out the whole nation, man. Appreciate everybody that joined me today. Okay? All right, shout out to everybody. All the fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, man. All the flaming raiders. I appreciate y'all. Verena, Angela, Kosha Kid, Beverly, Paula, Cyrus, Miss Day. All right, and all the rest of y'all. All right, all the new members, all the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. All right, and all my day 1s, 2s, and 3s and beyond, man. Shout out Paula for the endorsement, super sticker, super chat, sponsorship of this live. Shout out Miss Paula Hall again for the Cash App donation. I appreciate you. All right. And shout out once again to the whole Fire Flame Nation and everybody that joined this live this afternoon, man. All right. We're about to close out. And you know, I'm gonna leave here with these words. The Most High, the Father, the Son, the Spirit is nothing to be mocked. It's nothing to be played with. Nobody's spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, or whatever is sacred to them is not to be played with or mocked. Respectful. Okay? As we see, they came up here and mocked two religious and spiritual communities. All right? And they did it on the devil's platform himself. All right? So that should tell y'all everything that y'all need to know and everything that y'all need to understand, overstand, and spiritually understand. And with that being said, y'all, we up out of here. Everybody keep your praise up at all times. Rebuke this type of energy. Rebuke the nature of this energy. And anybody who stands with it, and anybody who harvests this type of energy, all right? We rebuke you in the name of the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of Jesus Christ himself. All right? Shout out to everybody up in here, man. Everybody stay prayed up at all time. Okay? Because like I said, it said in the scriptures, y'all. Many will come in his name that he have not called in his name. Many will come and act like they've been called by the Most High. It ain't been called at all to do a damn thing. Only ones they've been called by, all right, is the devil himself to manipulate spiritually stagnate, deceive people with spiritual deception. All right, and rob people of all their fucking savings. While everybody get richer and richer. All right. The people that support get poorer and poorer. That part. And with that being said, man, like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire and fear the flames. Stop worrying about all the material things. Stop worrying about the things that you don't have and the things that you wish you had and the things that you don't got. Because let me tell you, man, I can tell you firsthand, testimony, trials and tribulations all the way. You never know what the fuck you need or what's really important. All right? So all you need is all the fuck you got. Okay? You hear me? The things we take for granted on a daily basis. Walking, talking, using all our limbs, being in the right state of mind, being able to get up and get out of bed, being able to walk, wash our ass ourselves. You see what I'm saying? All the things that the Most High blesses us with every day. And if we ain't get it right the day before, when we go down at night, he makes sure he charges our battery. All right? So we can get up and get it right. Again. And like I said, we take a lot of those things for granted. So many people stressing over this, stressing over that, stressing over this, stressing over that. And like I said, man, you never know. All you need is all the fuck you got, man. All right? So with that being said, everybody stay blessed. Appreciate all of the support. And we up out of here, man. All right? Strategic.